Hello everyone, this is Ma'am Shomi welcoming you to our channel Study English with Momita and Shomi. I request all of you to subscribe to our channel and also tap the bell icon because we aim to provide you with a scientific approach to deal with the new ISC Literature in English syllabus. In today's session, I'm going to give you an easy explanation of Act 1, Scene 1 of William Shakespeare's Macbeth. What is the most important subjective question here? What is the dramatic significance of Act 1, Scene 1 of Macbeth? Dear students, I'm going to discuss this answer in detail in my next video, but now I'm going to explain this scene so that you can clarify your concepts and clear all your doubts. Watch the entire video and let's begin quickly. What is the setting of this scene? A desert place, an open space. Thunder and lightning enter three witches. Whenever you are studying a scene, learn the setting and also the characters present. Three witches. These three witches are also called as Weird Sisters by William Shakespeare, and they are personified forces of disorder, number 1, number 2, disintegration, and number 3, conflict. They meet in thunder and lightning or in rain and hover through fog and fill the air. They are forces of tragedy and tempest, and their aim is to wreck the state of man. The term three is very important. What is the importance of the term three? Well, 3 and multiples of 3 have an occult value in witchcraft. They are mysterious numbers. Keep this in mind. What is the meaning of occult? Witchcraft and black magic. And the setting, thunder and lightning. There is commotion in nature, and this commotion in nature is in fact symbolic of the moral storm which crashes through the play. And the scenic background, the heath, the wasteland, the scenic background is in harmony with the spirit of evil in the play. The first witch asks a question, and what is that? When shall we three meet again? In thunder, lightning, or in rain? Just observe the term, the number 3. Second witch, when the hurly-burly's done, when the battle's lost and won. When the first witch asks this question, the question here relates not to the weather. She is not concerned about the weather because witches always meet in foul weather, but to the hour. What the first witch wants to know is the precise hour when they are to meet again in stormy weather. And what is the meaning of hurly-burly? Commotion. When the hurly-burly is done, when the commotion is over, finished, when the battle's lost and won. The term battle again is significant. The battle is described in Act 1, Scene 2, and the battle is lost by MacDonald and Sweno, and the battle is won by Macbeth and Banquo, and we will get to know about this in detail in Scene 2. But here, mere reference to the battle only arouses curiosity in the audience who do not as yet know anything about it. So, this is a trick, a strategy used by the playwright to arouse curiosity in the mind of the audience. And students, remember that these plays written by William Shakespeare were meant to be performed on the stage. Third witch, that will be before the set of sun. What is the reply of the third witch? The battle will be decided before sunset today. First witch, where the place? In what place will we meet? Upon the heath. What is the meaning of heath? A wasteland, a barren wasteland. Third witch, there to meet with Macbeth. Now this is important. Where the place is the second question, and there to meet with Macbeth. The three questions when, where and why are now answered. The mention of Macbeth. The mention of Macbeth in the very first scene is significant. It is obvious that the witches are not interested in the battle as such, but only in Macbeth. And when we find that they are keen on meeting Macbeth, we vaguely somewhat suspect that there must be some sort of connection, some sort of spiritual connection between Macbeth and these evil creatures. And our suspicion is confirmed in Act 1, Scene 3. We will read this in detail in Act 1, Scene 3. First witch, I come, Grimalkin. Now, what is Grimalkin? It is a little grey cat. At this point, mewing is heard behind the stage, to which the witch replies. And Grimalkin, the pronunciation is Grimalkin, is the name of the cat which is the familiar, F-A-M-I-L-I-A-R, familiar or the attendant spirit of the first witch. There was in witchcraft a close association between cats and witches. Paddock calls. Who is Paddock? Paddock is again a familiar. Here a croaking is heard behind the stage. Paddock is the name of the toad, which is a familiar of the second witch. Now, it was one of the popular notions associated with witchcraft that the familiar spirits in the service of magicians and witches took the form of animals and other creatures. Third witch, Anon. Anon, in a moment, all. Fair is foul and foul is fair, hover through the fog and fill the air. Now this is very, very important. Learn the explanation of these two lines. Fair is foul and foul is fair, alliteration. Hover through fog and fill the air. Again, alliteration. Fog and fill the, fair is foul, foul is fair. Example of alliteration. What is fair to others is foul to the witches. What is good is considered by the witches to be evil, and their guiding principle is to follow the evil. And then these witches disappear. Now, the true reason for the first appearance of the witches is to strike the key note of the whole drama. The key note is the triumph of evil. We are in a world of moral anarchy, symbolized by the withered beings to whom foul is fair. Reversal of the moral order, moral degeneration, and moral bankruptcy in the world of Macbeth. What is the meaning of fog and fill the air? Now, air made dark by the thick fog, and filthy means murky. So this is the kind of atmosphere which best suits the evil witches. Dear students, this is the explanation of Act 1, Scene 1. What is the dramatic significance of this opening scene? Now, among William Shakespeare's opening scene, this is unique. The action at once bursts into wild life, and Shakespeare's opening scenes usually serve the purpose of exposition. But here, this scene does not serve the purpose of exposition, and it is deferred to Scene 2. In Scene 2, we get a detailed explanation of things. The first scene only tells us that a battle is raging somewhere and that the weird sisters are to meet Macbeth thereafter. Here, our attention is focused on the witches, and this arouses the curiosity of the audience. And this is why this scene is so very important. Dear students, also notice that this scene, Act 1, Scene 1, introduces the element of supernaturalism in Macbeth.